There were 3 of them, Jaden, Malik, and little Nia, each carrying pieces of a broken family in their backpacks and memories. Their father, Eric, wasn't a terrible man. He just wasn't a consistent one. The kind of father who made promises like cotton candy, sweet at first, but quickly gone. It had been 5 years since their mother, Renee, had finally let go of the late-night arguments and early morning tears. She had picked up her heart and her kids and moved them into a new chapter. One filled with healing, growth, and eventually, with someone new, Marcus. Marcus wasn't flashy. He didn't come bearing grand gestures or try to replace anyone. He simply showed up. Day after day. Football games, ballet recitals, science fairs, Marcus was there. Quietly present, lovingly involved. He was the one teaching Jaden how to drive, staying up to help Malik with algebra, and brushing Nia's curls into pigtails every morning before school. Still, the children loved their biological father. He was their first hero. When he was around, he was fun, full of jokes, and always arrived with gifts, shoes, game consoles, even a puppy one Christmas. But he was also the one who didn't show up for court-ordered visits. Who disappeared for months without a word. Who forgot birthdays more than he remembered. The real turning point came on a hot Saturday in July. It was Jaden's senior football championship, the biggest game of his high school career. College scouts were there. Renee was a ball of nerves. Marcus had polished his camera lens, ready to capture every second. Eric had promised he would come. Front row, son. I wouldn't miss it for the world. Jaden kept looking through the crowd. Every time a man walked up the bleachers late, Jaden's eyes lit up, only to dim again. By halftime, it was obvious Eric wasn't coming. Jaden played his heart out anyway. Scored 2 touchdowns. His team won. The crowd roared. As the team flooded the field, Jaden walked past them all and found Marcus on the sidelines. Without hesitation, he threw his arms around him. "You're always here," Jaden whispered into Marcus's shoulder. That night, the 3 kids sat on the back porch while Renee and Marcus grilled burgers. The mood was lighter than expected. Maybe it was the win, or maybe it was the clarity that only disappointment can bring. Jaden looked at his siblings. "You know what I realized today?" Malik raised an eyebrow. "That coach can dance." Jaden laughed. "No. I realized that he's just a man. A man who helped make us, but not the one raising us." Nia, only 10 but wise beyond her years, softly said, "Marcus always comes. Even when he's tired. Even when we're not nice." There was a long pause. Then Jaden said something no one expected. "I think we should ask him if we can call him Dad." Malik blinked. "You serious?" "Yeah. I mean, it doesn't mean we forget our real dad. But it means we see who's really been here. Who earned it." The following weekend, Eric showed up, late, as usual. He brought gifts and acted like nothing had happened. Jaden didn't hide his feelings this time. "You missed my biggest game." Eric rubbed the back of his neck. "Things came up, son. You know how it is." Jaden stood taller than usual. "No, I don't. Marcus doesn't let things come up. He makes us his priority." Eric scoffed. "So that's it? You're replacing me?" "No. We are not replacing you. We are choosing who's there for us." Eric tried to argue, but Jaden, Malik, and even little Nia had already made up their minds. Not out of spite, but from years of patterns they could no longer ignore. That Sunday night, Marcus was in the garage, fixing a squeaky bike chain, when the kids came in together. Jaden cleared his throat. "Hey, Marcus." "Yeah, champ. We've been talking. And we wanted to ask you something." Marcus looked up, brow raised, grease on his hands. Nia walked over first, placing her small hand on his arm. Can we call you Dad now? Marcus blinked. Drop the wrench. He didn't say anything at first, just pulled all three of them into a tight hug. You can call me whatever feels right, he finally said, voice thick with emotion. But being your dad, that's the greatest honor I never saw coming. From that moment, things shifted. They stopped waiting for someone to become what he was supposed to be, and embraced the one who had already become what they needed. Years later, at Jaden's college graduation, Marcus stood proudly beside Renee, tears in his eyes as Jaden crossed the stage. When Jaden gave his speech, he thanked his family. To my mom, for never giving up on us. And to my dad, Marcus, thank you for choosing us even when you didn't have to. You taught me what a real man is, and that love is more than blood. It's about presence. It's about choice. And we choose you. In the audience, Eric sat in the back row, clapping with the others, but he wasn't the one invited to the family dinner that night. Because love, they had learned, isn't about who's first. It's about who stays.